The government has denied consumers relief at the pump for the second consecutive month after it opted not to tap the fuel subsidy to prevent fuel prices from jumping by 9 shillings per litre. The rise in fuel prices has a ripple effect on the cost of basic commodities and transport, thus drawing concern from everyone. And with such uncertainties hitting the economy now and again, we all need something that can help us make sense of it all. Mint aims to provide you with valuable insights to help you earn, save, spend and invest your money wisely, especially during these challenging times. Stay with us. My name is Lydia Nyawira.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest. Earn it, spend it, save, invest. Mola, kila siku nikucheza mola, make more bila stress. Mola, kila siku waste mola, make more bila stress.
Today on Mint, what are MMFs and why the growing popularity? PVTS, your insurance choice from losses arising from political violence. And on Boss Moves, Connie Aluoch takes us inside the world of personal branding.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest.
Money market funds, or in short, MMFs, have become the undeniable buzzword in every Kenyan conversation about money and investments. Everyone's talking about them, but what are they really? How do they actually work? And the big question, is it truly worth putting your hard-earned money into them? Today on Money Moves, we are diving deep into money market funds and exploring their skyrocketing popularity as an investment option among Kenyans.
If you're looking for a safe place to park your money and earn something extra, a money market fund is one such option. Money market funds are a secure way to make your money work for you without taking on unnecessary risks. As of March 2025, Safaricom's money market fund ZD had over 6 billion in assets under management, indicating Kenyans' appetite for growing and managing their finances and wealth. But before you invest in a money market fund, you need to understand how it will fit into your investment objective. A money market fund is a type of mutual fund in which money from many people is pulled together and invested in short-term securities. So, who can save and invest in money market funds, and why should they? Anyone can invest in money market funds, from individuals to large organizations. Here are a few reasons why. Money market funds prioritize liquidity, meaning you can access your funds within 2 to 3 business days should you need your money in a hurry. They are less risky and provide a fixed return with short maturities. Opening a money market fund requires minimum investment amounts from as low as 100 shillings, depending on the one you settle for. For the less savvy investors or those who don't have time to hunt for the best short-term debt instruments, taking the money market route may be the wise option where money management is left to professional fund managers. With money market funds, investors don't have to select and invest in various money market securities. They offer instant diversification among securities such as treasury bills, bonds, bank deposits, and commercial papers. While all those reasons make putting your hard-earned coins in a money market fund attractive, there are a few reasons to be cautious. For one, depending on the MMF you choose, withdrawals are subject to high transaction fees, especially on subsequent withdrawals. 2. Some will require you to leave a minimum balance, so you can't withdraw all the money in the account. 3. Yes, they are safe, but offer lower returns than stocks or bonds. And 4. MMFs are sensitive to interest rate fluctuations, so when interest rates are too low, they pay less than the rate of inflation. And that has been happening in recent months as money market yields decline, primarily due to declining interest rates and falling inflation. In the last half of 2024, money market fund interest rates began reducing significantly. Despite the reduction, they remain a smart choice for investors seeking short-term financial growth.
Earn it, spend it, save, invest.
Civil disobedience is a common feature of any modern democracy, and in Kenya, the right to protest is enshrined in the Constitution. However, the stark and unfortunate reality of the recent wave of peaceful protests that have turned violent is that many small business owners have witnessed their years of investments and hard work go down the drain. While you can't always control political events, What if there was a way to protect yourself from the devastating aftermath? Many business owners don't realize just how vital insurance is until it's too late. And even then, misconceptions often stand in the way of being properly protected. On Mula Hacks tonight, we are diving deep into a crucial safeguard that's more relevant than ever in our uncertain political climate: political violence, terrorism and sabotage, or PVTS insurance. Imagine this scenario. You've poured your life savings, countless hours, and all your dreams into opening a hardware store in Nairobi. Things are finally starting to look good, and then overnight, a peaceful protest escalates into violence. Your shop is looted, your staff are left jobless, and you can only watch as everything you've built comes crashing down. This unfortunate reality has hit many small business owners across Kenya during recent protests. While you can't always control political events, what if there was a way to protect your business from the aftermath?
When you look at a business, you actually see two aspects. Number one is actually the property, and by property is the tangible assets in the business. For instance, can be like stock, or it can be the machinery, or it can even be the computers, the laptops that are used in the business. And the other aspect that you look at is the staff who are involved. For the tangible aspect, there is what we do normally call as the asset covers, which are found in the property insurances. For instance, the fire insurance, the burglary insurance, which will actually come into play to protect the property of the business. The second thing is on the staff, whereby we have the staff policies. For instance, the WIBA policy, which is actually a requirement by the government in the protection of employees.
In uncertain political climates, a standard business insurance policy often isn't enough. That's where political violence, terrorism, and sabotage insurance becomes not just relevant, but essential.
The political violence and terrorism insurance has actually been in play for a while. It's only that the public needs to be sensitized on this kind of insurance. We do normally call it in acronym the PVT insurance. The political violence and terrorism insurance comes into play, especially in times like this, whereby we are seeing a number of riots or civil commotion, also strikes, whereby in the end result they end up actually vandalizing, looting the shops and the business premises. So the political violence and terrorism insurance comes into play that it will actually protect the property that is damaged as a result of the riots. Then the other aspect that also it protects is actually the business interruption, because we do know that once the shop has actually been vandalized, the normal operations of the shop cannot continue. So what happens is that the owner of the shop end up losing income, because the shop will either be closed for a while as the owner tries to come back to its footing.
But how is PVTS different from a regular business cover?
The burglary insurance will come into place when thieves break into your shop and steal. The political violence terrorism insurance is unique and it's different because this is as a result of political activities. This can be as a result of a coup, can be also as a result of the people in the country actually being angry because of, I would say, elections results, or any other thing that touches on the political dimension of a country.
Many business owners don't realize how vital insurance is until it's too late. Even then, misconceptions often stand in the way of proper protection.
Some of them do think insurance is a con game, that insurance is in the business of just taking their money, their premiums, without actually offering the necessary compensation in terms of a loss. There are some business owners who have actually taken insurance, and the insurance has come into their aid in circumstances whereby there were losses. As Heritage Insurance Company, we actually sympathize with those who actually had their businesses looted and property destroyed. For those who have the PVT policy, there's a claim process that we normally do have, is actually to do the necessary notification to us or through the intermediary. The intermediary can be the bank, it can be an agent, or it can be an insurance broker. Should the claim be valid, then Heritage, we have no option but we are obliged to pay the claim. The beauty about this kind of insurance is that if you actually take the insurance today, the cover normally starts immediately. So if tomorrow there is actually demonstration, then you suffer a loss as a business owner tomorrow, you're actually liable for compensation to happen the next day. So there is no waiting period, unlike the medical kind of insurance whereby you actually have to take some time. As we budget for our businesses, we actually need to put the aspect of insurance, because I look at insurance as the invisible protection that your business has. I would really wish that the government does come up with a program from community level, whereby there is a lot of sensitization on insurance matters in this country. Our penetration level of insurance is quite low. It's roughly 3% for such a huge economy. Insurance works in the pool of numbers. When more people take insurance, then the pool increases, then you'll find that the premium prices will actually reduce and more people will take insurance. When all this happens, then we kind of create a very sustainable economy and a happy people.
In uncertain political climates, a standard business cover simply isn't enough. That's where political violence, terrorism, and sabotage insurance comes in. A policy that has sadly become more relevant than ever for businesses across Kenya. Understanding its importance and how it can shield your assets is no longer a luxury, but a necessity.
Leopoldine's yoga journey began with a glass of wine. Now, the yogi is making a living as a yoga teacher.